Recording in progress.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. We saw more of a positive environment in the international market. US market ended positive. Mainly, driver is continuation of positive statement from Fed, and then we saw some positive results in the US market. Also, Apple came up with the results and has announced a large buyback program, and that has resulted taken the futures also positive. So most of the futures of the US market are positive, and from there, most of the Asian market are also indicating a positive trend, taking clue from the US market and some positive indications of data from China. So overall, international market is giving more of a positive environment, though commodities are seeing some softness, wherein we saw some corrections in the aluminum prices in LME yesterday, and thereafter also it's marginally down. And oil is more of a flattish, and iron ore is down by around 0.5%. So commodities are seeing some softness, but equity markets are strong, and same thing is likely to get reflected into the Indian market as well. We are likely to see positive opening and likely to sustain the initial gain. Now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. See, in after global market, we expect today gap up open, but we closely watch if Nifty after gap up managed to sustain 22,870 above range. Then we expect further rally. Otherwise, we see last few trading session that Nifty facing a immediate resistance around 22,840, 22,817 upper range. If Nifty managed manage to sustain first half an hour in this range and then trading above this range, then we expect further rally. Otherwise, we expect again facing a resistance and some profit booking and upper range. If Nifty trade above this range, then we carry forward next week for position. Otherwise, we expect some resistance in this range. Downside 22,570, 22,500 is a major support for Nifty. Bank Nifty also next immediate resistance phase 49,640 and 600 in upside. If Bank Nifty sustain this level, then we expect above range that 49,800 and 50,000 in upside. 49,200 is the first immediate support for Bank Nifty. Fin Nifty first immediate resistance place 21,917, then 22,050. And first intraday base support is 21,900 and 850 at downside. In stock specific, SRF looks positive. We already given call in SRF yesterday, and we expect this momentum to be continued towards 28 and above range, 2800 and above range. To expect SRF looks positive today's session also. Second, Escort also looks positive. We saw some positive momentum in yesterday's session, and this momentum to be continued. You already mentioned yesterday that Power Grid looks positive, and given a good rally in yesterday's session, this rally to be continued in today's session also. We expect this rally towards 320, 324 upside. Negative side, Coforge looks negative at current level. See some pressure in Coforge in yesterday's session, and it break the important support zone that is for 5,000, and then it trade below that level, 5,000 below there. We expect this pressure to be continued towards downside 4,700 and maybe 4,600 at downside. That's it for technical derivative I can get.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. So, on the derivatives front, as we have seen that the Nifty gave a strong closing in yesterday's trading session, as we witnessed it that the opening in the yesterday session was a bit a negative front, but for the whole day it managed to hold up strongly on the upper side. While in today's session also we are seeing the GIFT Nifty likely to open under 100 points on the upper note. Due to that, we are seeing that the call rider positions which took place in yesterday's session has completely neglected, and we are seeing that the unwinding took place from 22,800 to 23,000 mark. So in today's session or next in 1 to 2 days of trading session, we might see Nifty to come towards the 23,000 mark. Once Nifty surpasses 23,000 level, the next level for the Nifty will be 23,250 to 23,300 level. So overall view seems to be on the positive front, as we are seeing that the put order positions are continuously getting added on near 22,500 to 22,700 level. For the weekly basis, the support for the Nifty lies at 22,500 level, where we are seeing that the initial support for the put order is holding strongly, while PCR yesterday closed at 1.13 level, as we are seeing that the PCR range is likely to open towards 1.45 to 1.50 level in coming days of trading session. So overall, all the data point trigger seems to be on the positive side. So new long positions can be created at this point of time with a resistance of 23,000 mark. On the sector specific front, auto and metal looks positive in today's trading session. Selective counter that looks positive in today's session will be REC Limited and India Mart looks positive. While from the short covering front, Canfin Home and Tata Chemical, we have seen that in these two counter short covering took place in yesterday trading session. So fresh long positions can be initiated in Canfin Home and Tata Chemical. So that's it from derivative front. Thank you.
Good morning. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders has received an international order worth $42 million for constructing 3 hybrid powered vessels. That's positive. RBI has lifted restrictions on Bajaj Finance, 2 products of Bajaj Finance, e-com and online digital Insta EMI card with immediate effect. So they had imposed this restriction in the end of November, and at the start of May they have removed. So within 5 months, this imposition has been removed, and this will be seen positively in such a short span of time. Company saw an impact of 4% on profits in Q4 due to this, and removal of restrictions will now improve the visibility of growth also from here on. Overall sentiment on the stock will change from neutral. Stock has been sideways since a long time. We think that now stock is poised to outperform. On the result side, Federal Bank result is in line with expectation. If we adjust for the one-time pension expense, loan growth was at 5% sequentially, 20% year-on-year. NIM was flat at 3.2%. Profit before provisioning after adjusting for one-time wage settlement was flattish on sequential as well as year-on-year basis. However, as recoveries and upgrades were much stronger than slippages, there was a write back of provisions, and so profits came 10% above estimates. We are positive on Federal Bank. South Indian Bank result is above expectation, led by expansion in NIM. Advances growth was muted at 12% year-on-year and 3.6% sequentially. However, NIM expanded by 20 basis points quarter-on-quarter to 3.4%, leading to beat on NII as well as profits. Slippages continue to see a gradual decline every quarter, and they were at 1.5% compared to 1.6% in December quarter. We are positive on South Indian Bank as well. Thank you.
Good morning. Yesterday, Dabur India Limited has posted the results, and results were broadly in line with expectations. The consolidated revenue grew by 5% on a YY basis, with 4.2% volume growth. International business grew by 12% in CC terms. During the quarter, healthcare segment degrew by 1.5%, and home and personal care segment was up by 8.7%, where the food and beverages segment has observed flat growth. During the year, revenue grew by 8% on a YY basis, and the company's operating margins for the full year reached 19.4%, which were in line with their guidance. While Q4 operating environment was similar to Q3, it has observed a small uptick in rural market. Also, on account of its investments in rural market, it has seen growth, a faster growth in the rural business than urban. Also, it has seen market share gains in 95% of its portfolio for FY24 as well as for Q4. And in terms of distribution, it has a total reach with 7.9 million outlets, where the direct reach is at 1.42 million outlets, and it aims to increase it up to 2 million. The management is expecting some improvement in gross margin, and it has provided the guidance of 20% operating margin for FY25, with not more than 7 to 8% of revenue growth. The stock is trading at 38 times to FY26 EPS, and our outlook is positive. Blue Star Limited had posted the results, and results were ahead of expectations. Revenue grew by 27% on a YY basis for the quarter, and for FY24, revenue grew by 21.4%. The segment-wise performance, in terms of segment-wise performance, unitary products revenue performed exceedingly well, where it has registered the growth of 26.6%. Especially in the second half of FY24, it has seen the gradual pickup in demand during the festive season in Q3, which was continued till Q4, and it has surpassed the milestone of 1 million units sold. Also, the commercial refrigeration business has seen the significant growth due to increase in out-of-home consumption. And further, the rest of the segments, electromechanical projects and commercial air conditioning system segment, grew by 17.4%, followed by 12.8% growth in professional electronics and industrial systems. EBITDA margin reported at 7.3% versus expectation of 7.1%. The stock is already trading at a PE of 57 times to FY25 earnings, which looks relatively expensive. Thus, we are neutral in the near term, but any material correction can provide an opportunity for long-term investment. Thank you.
Good morning. Yesterday, Coforge reported its results post market hours. The results were marginally below expectations. The quarter four dollar revenues came in at 1.9% Q on Q growth in constant currency terms. The margins grew 102 bips to 19% during the quarter. However, for the whole year, company achieved a 13.3% growth in revenues. It had earlier given guidance of 13 to 16% for the whole year, so it met the lower end of the guidance. And in terms of margins for FY24, they came in at 17.6%, below the guidance which the company had given by 70 bips. Yesterday, it had announced a large acquisition of Signity Technologies, which is listed on Indian bourses. It would be a cash come stock swap deal. Signity has grown at a CAGR of 13.2% over the last 5 years, and it reported FY24 revenues of $210 million. The valuation of the acquisition is of $465 million. Now, during the con call, the management said the acquisition is going to open new markets for the company geographically. And also in vertical terms, it will benefit in retail, healthcare, and high-tech verticals, and it would be EPS accretive going forward. Unlike in the past, like it used to give a guidance for the whole year, but Coforge has not given any guidance for FY25. But it believes that it would grow in conjunction with the order intake, which it has taken 17% Y on Y growth in order intake for the next year. Stock is trading at a 27 times FY25 multiple, and long-term outlook remains positive for the company. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So yesterday there was a con call of Orient Cements for Q4 FY24. So on the back of good results, so basically the management said that it was a challenging quarter. The demand remained to be elusive, and which affected prices, and in turn that affected the earnings. Management of believed that the Jan-Feb were good, but March was really bad, and volume for Q4 were flat. Realizations were higher in Q4 year on year. Sequential realization were down by 5%. The capacity utilization was around 81%. The Karnataka plant of the company operated at more than 100% capacity utilization. Because of company's premium brands, there is a lot of value growth as compared to volume growth. And the management says that the profit by as per profitability wise, the company has done better than its peers. The growth in EBITDA per ton is around rupees 60 per ton, both quarter on quarter and year on year. EBITDA per ton for the entire year is around rupees 758 per ton. The company has achieved around 97% guidance for the full year in terms of volume. The company's Devapur plant markets are underperforming, and the company's performance is reasonable as compared to peers in the market in which it operates. The tilt was towards OPC because of the demand from Mumbai and Pune customers. And the company has also got a contract for the bullet train project between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Premium brand volume growth is for the company for the entire year is around 31%. And the company said that it charges the highest for its premium brands. And the company said that from the annual gain from the wheat heat recovery system is expected to be around between 50 to 55 crores. Power cost is also expected to reduce because of use of solar power. For Q4, alternative fuel contribution in the power mix was around 21%. Western markets for the company are expanding and growing fast. And the stock is trading at EV to EBITDA of around 7.3 times FY26 estimated EBITDA. And so we believe that in a challenging quarter, the company has performed decently, and we remain positive on the company. Apart from that, Lloyds Metals and Energy also announced its results, and the result was okayish for the quarter. The revenue actually degrown 18.6% quarter on quarter, but improved 77.4% year on year. The EBITDA increased 2.4% quarter-on-quarter and 178.6% year-on-year. Margins also improved quarter-on-quarter. It came around 29.5% versus quarter-on-quarter it was 23.4%. And the stock is trading at an EV to EBITDA of 7.2 times of FY26 estimated EBITDA. Thank you.
Hi all, good morning. Yesterday, some auto companies' monthly sales numbers were released. Ashok Leyland's sales were slightly above estimates, which grew by 10% YOY. Bajaj Auto's sales exceeded estimates with a growth of 17% YOY. Mahindra and Mahindra sales in line with expectations, with auto sales grew by 13% and tractor sales grew by 2% YOY. Overall, all the numbers were marginally in line with estimates. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from this, C8 reported numbers, and apparently C8 numbers looks weak. But what we see that the numbers are not so weak, or it is even positive. The reason is that though the revenues were in line with expectations, the gross margin has shown improvement. That has come at 42.3 Q on Q, 41.3, and almost 100 bips expansion Q on Q. EBITDA looks lower, mainly on account of one-off expenses of around 72 crores. That is related to the specific scheme announced by the government to recollect the used tire, and that has resulted into the lower EBITDA. But excluding that, the EBITDA has come higher than the expectations. Then overall seems positive. Management has indicated in the presentation that the things looks positive, and there is a pickup in the demand. So outlook also seems positive. We will come back with more update post the con call. Apart from that, the another company which has reported numbers were Coal India. Coal India has reported numbers which were also ahead of expectations. The volume came in at 201.7 million ton. That is up by 5.6% quarter on quarter and 8% year on year. Also, EBITDA margin has shown good improvement. Here, the margin has come at 30.3% versus expectation of 26.3%. Last quarter also, the margins were higher at around 31%. So, against expectation of decline in the margin because of correction in the coal prices in the international market, the company has maintained its margin. So, that acted as a positive. Stock is trading at around 5.9 time FY26 EV by EBITDA, which shows more of a fairly priced stock. That's all from us. Now I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday we had witnessed gold correcting and testing 7,300 on the downside. So for the day, it is likely to trade within the 7,300 to 71,000. If 7,300 is breaching, then we might see further correction down till 70,000 and 69,800. On upside, however, if 7,300 is holding, then we might see a pullback till 71,000, whereby again selling pressure could be witnessed. Silver, as long as it is holding 81,000, 80,900, we expect a pullback till 81,800 to 82, whereby profit taking is recommended. In copper, we are expecting prices to correct till 840, 841. So selling around a pullback till 850 is recommended and maintain a stop loss of 855. Whereas zinc, we are likely to witness a range bound movement from 260 to 254. 260 seems to be a resistance area, so for trading purpose, one can initiate a sell around 258, 259 and maintain a stop loss above 260. And in crude oil, prices are supportive at 65, 50, 6500 zone. So a pullback is expected till 67, 67.20. And natural gas, one should buy on dips around 167, 165 levels and maintain a stop loss of 158. On upside, we are expecting 175, 180. So that's it from me. I'll ask Utkarsh to take the call forward.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, everyone. For today's trading session in USD and R, we are expecting some sideways to bearish movement in the range of 83.37 on the lower end and 83.56 on the higher range. So one can initiate short positions around 83.53 levels with a stop loss of 83.59 for the target of 83.40 and 83.35 levels. Thank you.